here's, you might want to shoot a copy of that, and this is the list right here that we're gonna build.
There's some extra under.
Okay, good.
They want it?
So, I'm gonna have you go ahead and come in here and help me log this. Okay? And these are the batteries right here.
They're all
Okay.
about 24 check.
They're all 24. So here, let me see that though, because he said he just checked them, but what he means is we pull our little voltage check out and all our big batteries, check it. Go ahead and plug that in. Look at that. What does it read? 24 what?
Volts.
Okay, so as long as it's over 24 volts, it's charged. We found one last week that only had 21 volts in it. So, yeah, so even though they say they're charged, and now Josh said that he checked all the rest of them. Also, there's these two little batteries. We use little batteries like this that we keep in here, and I know these are charged because we check those with the multimeter. Okay, but these big ones, you have to check every single one before you take them out in the field. The reason is because the calibration on the software we use for the mission planner fluctuates. So it could be in the air and all of a sudden it says we have 18 volts on a battery when we take a drone up. If I really think I have 18 volts on a battery, then I gotta bring the drone down because we can't go below 19. So that's why I have to know that it's actually at 24 volts before I put the drone in the air, and then I just use my timer and I time the flight. And that's how I know that I'm maintaining control of the drone. So, okay, so here we go. First thing, batteries. Those are the 9,500 megs right there, megahertz, and the 900s, we got those. The battery plug adapters. In cases, I just went in the back and pulled them out, and I didn't even show you where I got these from, right? So I should probably come and take one of these and show you where these go. And these cases, the cameras that are inside here are worth $40,000. That's why they go back in this back here all the time. So this little tiny drawer right here doesn't look like much. We stick both the citrus cases and the RGB camera in here, and that's how we know they never get lost and they're always safe. They always go back in that drawer at the end of the mission. And $40,000 worth of cameras here. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is look for these adapters. Here, this is the adapter. This is what it's talking about. Battery plug adapters. There's a battery plug adapter. Okay, check. Prop tightening tool. That's these Allen wrenches and these right here. Check. Bulk sunglasses. Everybody should have a pair of sunglasses. There's usually an extra one in the box that we bring out right there. So we have one, and there's a pen and a Sharpie in there, I know. Okay, the drone we're gonna fly today is this hover. Here's the drone. Okay, two things that you wanna check on the drone, just right off the bat when you're looking at it, is these heads right here. These two screws right here loosen up on these heads, and so you wanna go like this on these heads before you ever take one of these out in the field, and make sure these heads are tight, okay? And then these blades, this is how they work, okay? These things, and these have been, some of them have been stripped, they're kinda tough, but these all look good, okay? That's the main thing. As far as the gear goes, this antenna is for the GPS unit, so you wanna make sure that that's solid and not bent over. And the other thing is that we use these Velcro straps. You can see there's two here and one here. These Velcro straps are very important because that holds the battery and the camera packs on here. So make sure that these are with it. Also, this is the antenna for the control station with the mission planner. So that's the antenna for mission planner. This is the GPS unit, and this is the antenna for the transmitter. Somewhere. Oh, right here. And there's the transmitter antenna, and then right underneath that whole plate is the Pixhawk, which is the control unit for this whole system. Okay. So that's a hover. That's the drone we're flying today, and we need one controller for it. This is the DX8 that we use for it. And the first thing I do is turn it on, make sure the battery's charged. One of the most important things is making sure the gear's ready to go. I got 3/4 battery, I'll be okay. That's fine. Okay. Controller, we don't have a backup drone or controller today, so cross that off. If we don't have it, just cross it off. Okay, the RGB cameras, that's these. It's these two cameras right here, and this little wire. See, this isn't a battery control wire. These little control wires right here are what hook up these cameras to this right here. So these are very important. These are in here. So there's the RGB camera. Okay, here's the near. SWIR. This is the infrared camera, like I said. $40,000 right there for one camera. So that's the near infrared. Here's the TYR SWIR camera right here. There's another 10 or 15,000 right there. So be very careful with this stuff. Okay, the monitor and accessories. Okay, this is the monitor. And this thing's very important because this is how we find out if the cameras are firing in the field. So there's the monitor itself, and there's a power cord, and here's an extra battery pack that we keep with that. So that's the monitor, and that along with the transmitter, since we only have a single, that's what goes in that case. So here's one piece of equipment ready to go. Batteries ready to go. All right, this goes back in the, okay, this, we're gonna get to this in a minute, but this is a field toolbox kit, and everything in here, we never take it out unless we put it right back in, because this is designed to go out in the field with us. All right. So, monitor, there we go. Trigger cables, that was those. There's the trigger cables. Case for the RGB case. Okay, here's the two Raspberry Pis. Since I have, we only fly one, we got a backup if we need it. So this is a TYR SWIR Spear Raspberry Pi, that's what flies that. And then we got two cases. These are our different cases that we use to fly. This would be for the SWIR, this is for the thermal, and this is for the two RGB cameras. And I'll show you how to set these up out in the field. But that's when it's talking about the cases, that's what that is. Cases. Okay, the white panel, color panel. The lens cleaner is in the control thing. It's just a piece of cloth. Here's this is what that means. So here's a color strip, and on one side's gray and white. That's the panel in the field. You see it's beat up, but we still use it.
Today is pretty close to Snelling, so we'll use the Snelling's weather report. And then you just click the hourly weather forecast. And then you right click and print. And after you click the print, it will print this weather report.
Is a must. Okay, here we go. The laptop that we use for our missions with this is this Panasonic Field laptop. We always try to keep it charged right before until we leave, and we know it's specifically because it has this green logo on it. So, there we go. I'm gonna have Josh open it up right now and check that we have the mission files on it that we need today. So go ahead and get that started. And these are our weather stations. So I got a weather station, and the GSC laptop power supply is a cord right here. In case in the field, what happens sometimes, the laptop runs out of power, and we got to have a power converter out of there, hook it up to your car through the cigarette lighter, and keep it running till we finish the missions. So sometimes, that's why I say, we like it to stay boring. If drone flying is boring, it's a good day. Okay. Telemetry links, that's these. That's these antennas right here that I showed you. We have the telemetry on the laptop, and I have the one right here for the drone. And the micro USB cable and GPS locator. Don't have those. And he's gonna double check to make sure we have mission files. The program that we use to fly missions out of is called Mission Planner, and we have some very specific files for each different mission that we fly.
Right there, all 4.
Okay, so we got all 4 missions for today. Good. Okay, there they are. Check. All right, that black box right there, that's the toolkit that I talked about. And instead of going through every single one of these items, because I know nobody's taken anything out of there, all the way down to multimeter I have, and I have rubber bands, and I have no backup propellers. I know that, so don't ding a propeller. All right, bulky stuff. We have to have a landing pad, and I'm not bringing an extension cord. Power strip is in the station. Fire extinguisher we have to have. We need tables, chairs, water, and ice is required in a little red cooler there. We have to actually have water and ice to set up the thermal camera. And a tent or canopy is your choice. So, the ice we're gonna pick up on the way, and I can look at this list and sign it as everything's complete. Whoever puts their name on this signature is responsible for this list, and if something goes out in the field and it's not on this list, you'll probably get fired. Okay, no you won't, it's not a job, we're all just in training. But in the real world you would. Okay, today's date is 17th. Right, there we go. Okay, so notice another thing that I did was try to keep all this stuff right here, because even if you get it all together, if you move it all around, you could still forget something. And last week, I just set the clipboard on the microwave and walked out with everything but the clipboard. So, yeah, so the next thing, and the reason this is important in the field is because we have a flight log sheet, or we don't have a blank one. I need a flight log. So the other thing that we need to bring into the field with us is a flight log sheet that we log each mission, altitude, camera, battery number, and voltage when the drone's coming down. We decided that's really important to start monitoring, see how we're rotating our batteries. And the only thing about this is we're gonna put, the mission today is the walnut orchard. And the tail number is this number right here of the drone that we're gonna be flying. And you gotta put at least like the first 6 digits so we know what it is. FA3MNS. And I am the pilot, Chris, and my crew is Josh. And we always take 2 people out in the field because you have to have 1 pilot and 1 ground crew to monitor the mission. So, okay, so I think we're ready to go. We're gonna pack this stuff up. Pack all this stuff in there. I think we got 1 box that's gotta get in there, so let's put that in the bottom. Okay. Throw that up here. Stick right up in there. That. Mission log.
Right here, not on the microwave.
All right, let's put the last things in the car, and then we'll get our stuff. Let's get these. Sure. All right, so mission log, water, and the drone.